Hi, welcome back to Hollie Hobbies. The holiday season is upon us, and what better way to spread some cheer than by adding a personal touch to your gifts. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create a beautiful holiday bow that's simple, fun, and sure to impress your friends and family. Whether you're dressing up presents, decorating your home, or adding flair to your wreaths, this bow is the perfect finishing touch. So grab your supplies and let's get started. Hi, welcome back to Hollie Hobbies. Today we're going to be doing a really beautiful bow for the holiday season. I know I've had a lot of requests for some bow tutorials. A lot of people feel bow challenged, and I have a wonderful, easy recipe for you, and this can be used for any season of the year. We're going to be doing a Christmas one. And for this recipe, you need 2 rolls at 2.5 inches and 2 rolls at 1.5 inches. And also some floral wire, a pipe cleaner, whatever you want to use to secure your bow with. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with a piece of floral wire cut about 24 inches. You can also use some twine. You could use a pipe cleaner or even a straight piece of floral wire. Whatever you want to secure your bow with will work. And I'm going to fold this in half, place it in my bow maker, and I'm just going to tuck the ends underneath to get them out of my way. So I'm going to start off with my first 2.5 inch ribbon, and we're going to measure a 16 inch tail. And you're going to pinch and grab and place it on your bow maker. Now, because this is one-sided ribbon, we always want to twist our ribbon to the opposite side when we do our loops so the good side is showing. And we're going to start off with 6-inch loops. You can always measure to the 12, pinch and grab, fold over, and have your 6-inch loop. And I'm just going to use my bow maker measuring on there. Go to the 6-inch. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're twisting it. And making another 6-inch loop. So we want to do 4 loops with our first ribbon, making sure we're twisting on each side before we do the loop. And we're going to do 2 loops on each side at 6 inches. And then we want to finish off with a 16-inch tail. So there we have our first ribbon with 16-inch tails and 2 loops on each side at 6 inches. And now we're going to go ahead and take our next 2.5 inch ribbon, and we're going to now measure a 15-inch tail. And we're going to twist that. And we're going to go down 1 inch in our loop sizes. And now we're going to decrease it to a 5-inch loop. And for this second 2.5 inch ribbon, we're going to do 1 loop on each side. We have our 5-inch loop. Making sure we're always twisting our ribbon. If you have 2-sided ribbon, you don't have to do that twist. And and we're measuring our 5-inch. So we have our 1 loop on each side, and now we're going to cut our 15-inch tail. All right, now we are going to start with our 1.5-inch ribbon. And now we're going to take our 1.5-inch ribbon and make a 14-inch tail. And we're going to decrease our loop sizes to 4 inches now. And for this one, we're going to do 2 loops on each side at the 4 inches. And now we're going to take our very last ribbon and start off with a 13-inch tail. And now we're going to do 1 loop on each side at a 3-inch loop. So we've been decreasing our loop sizes as we add our new ribbons and decreasing our tail sizes. And we're doing a 3-inch on each side, twisting our one-sided ribbon, and then we will be finishing off the last loop with a 2-inch loop, and that's going to be our little loop in the center. We have our 2-inch loop in the center, which is our very last loop, and we will just finish it off with our 13 inches tail. And you could just use your other tail as your guide. And we have our last 2-inch loop in the middle, and we can just go ahead and finish our tail. Just use our other tail as a guide for our 13-inch tail. And now we're going to go ahead and get our bow wire. And we folded it in half. So we have one side has a loop. So we're going to take the 2 open ends and we're going to go through the loop. And we want to just give that a nice tug as we're pushing it down. We want this really tight. Pulling it. And now we're going to go ahead and remove our bow from our bow maker. And now we're going to make sure that we are pulling this nice and tight, bringing it around the back, and then we could tie our knot. The tighter you get it, the better your bow's gonna look. Okay, so there we have our bow, and now we are ready to bring this bow to life. So the first thing we're going to do is dovetail our ends, and we're going to fold our ribbon in half lengthwise, always cutting from the open corner down at a slant, and that's going to give you a nice dovetail or fishtail, however you like to call it. So we're going to go ahead and get all the ends finished off here. So I'm going to take my fluffing box, which just makes it very handy. It holds your bow while you fluff it out. This makes it a lot easier. And I do have this linked in my Amazon store. And I will leave the link in the description box to my store where I list all my favorite crafting supplies that I use in my tutorials. And now we're going to go ahead and get this bow looking gorgeous. So I'm going to start from the bottom, and the two we're going to spread apart, the bottom two loops that we did. We're just going to get everything in place here before we start fluffing up the bow. And then this other loop goes in the center of those. And the next two will go on each side of this one. And those go into the center of those. And now let's go ahead and get our tails all on the right side. And now we're going to go ahead and fluff out our loops. I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. So just take your time, get your bow the way that you want. Sometimes it just takes a little while to get it fluffed up. And now for my favorite part, the final finishing touch, we're going to just run our fingers down our ribbon and at a slight angle, and it gives it this beautiful curl and finishing touch. And of course you have to have wired ribbon for you to get that curl. And it's just a great way to finish off your bows. And you just do it for each tail here. And there we go. We have a beautiful bow for the holiday season, and this recipe can be used for any holiday of the year. And I'll remove our bow. And I hope you had fun crafting your holiday bow with me today. And this is just a great recipe for a bow for any season of the year. And I hope you'll come back to my channel and craft with me some more. And in the description box down below, you will find the link to my Amazon store where I list all my favorite crafting supplies that I use in my tutorials. And please subscribe to my channel, ring that bell, and you'll receive notifications when I release new tutorials. And please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this tutorial. It really helps me and my channel. YouTube will push my content out to more people. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours.